A high school is trying to cut drug use by cutting hair. Rockhurst High School in Missouri will reportedly start taking students' hair samples to run random drug tests. Defense attorney Rebecca Rose Woodland says it's a clear invasion of privacy, but trial lawyer Anahita Sedaghatfar says it's fair game. Rebecca,
yes.
What do you think?
Don't you think taking a random drug test of an adolescent child in school is a bit too far? If we think there's some drug problems, have some counseling. But you know what happens? You take some drug strands, they test them. First of all, who knows how the testing is really accurate? Second, what if they have a medical condition that the school is not entitled to hear? That's an invasion of privacy. That's, hey, this is my information that's personal that is now out to all of the people in the school.
All right, Anahita, I thought the courts have been ruling, I'm going to play lawyer with you two lawyers here. I thought the courts have been ruling that basically students don't have as many rights as they think they do. The schools have a lot of rights so that they can control things, have discipline, keep order, and conduct their business of education.
And you're absolutely right about that. But the critical point here is that this is a truly private school. They do not accept any public funding, and therefore they are not bound by the Fourth Amendment. So the privacy issues don't apply here. The private schools can set these policies. And I think another critical point to make here is that the parents are advised that the school is going to do random drug testing on their students, on the children. If they don't want their children subjected to random drug testing, then they can take their child out of that school. You know, we all know that we have a very, very big drug problem amongst teenagers, and the school is doing what they feel that they can do to try to curb this problem. They're not disseminating these results to anybody. In fact, the school has stated they're going to destroy any of these drug results once that child graduates.
Rebecca, but this is also where you get into the question, would you feel better if it was something where the parents signed okay?
I would feel better if it was something where first we had some sort of counseling, then there was some sort of program. If there was a real thought that there was a reasonable problem with one child, talk to the parents and then possibly do some medical testing with the parents, okay, specifically. Not this random, oh, I'm going to cut 90 students' hair. Yeah, they say they're going to destroy. I'm not so sure about the information.
I got to bring up one point because I was looking through this. I didn't realize it, but Anahita hit on it. It's a private school. Yeah. It's a Jesuit school. I went to a Jesuit school. Those guys are tough, I'm telling you.
They're tough cookies.
They don't play around with any of that stuff. All right, Anahita and Rebecca, stay right here because we've got a Baltimore Ravens cheerleader is raving mad. 5-year veteran Courtney Lenz says the team benched her for the Super Bowl. She claimed it's retaliation for gaining a few pounds. We called the Ravens for a comment. Didn't hear back. Anahita, can they bench her?
Tom, is anybody surprised that cheerleaders are hired for their appearance? I mean, come on, this woman was not hired because she's a mathematical genius. When she took the job, she knew that she was hired because she was attractive. And if the owners of the team somehow felt that something changed and she didn't meet that standard, they had every right to let her go or at least not send her to the Super Bowl. And the last I checked, appearance is not a protected category under the employment discrimination laws. I'm sorry, that's just life.
There used to be, I remember, I'm old enough to remember when flight attendants had to weigh in.
That's right, and that was declared illegal. It's called employment discrimination and sexual discrimination. Now, in this situation, this female is saying, I was retaliated against because I put my notice in to leave after the complete season. They didn't like that. My coach didn't like that. She then said, oh, there's an issue, so we're not going to bring you over to the Super Bowl.
She did. She was with them for 5 years and put in a retirement notice because she just graduated from college.
And she wanted to pursue a full-time career, which she said was going to be interfered with.
That's going to be so hard to prove. Tom, that's going to be so hard to prove that this was retaliation. There were 28 other cheerleaders that weren't selected to go to the Super Bowl.
Okay, yeah,
I mean,
but
the NFL is a business.
and all we have to do is prove
it doesn't matter.
That.
One of
It does not matter. The NFL has
what the
an
practice
interest.
was.
One of the
practice.
criteria
Yes.
was seniority.
That's right. And the practice of the team in the past and of other teams in the past of cheerleaders going to the Super Bowl is what a court will look at. So if other teams have sent their 5-year veterans before their 1-year veterans, well, this isn't going to look too good for the Ravens.
Yeah, but
and it was a 1.8-pound weight
factors. Excuse me.
Yes?
There were 2 other factors, and those are subjective factors. Look, it's unrealistic to say that the NFL, that the team does not have an interest in protecting their brand. This is the Super Bowl.
Oh, but their brand cannot be affected by 1.8 pounds. 1.8 pounds isn't even my finger. Oh, that's discrimination.
It's not discrimination, and the judge is going to toss out any discrimination lawsuit here.
No, I don't think so.
The NFL has said, the NFL has come out and said, you don't have you're not entitled to cheer at the Super Bowl.
You may not be, but if she was discriminated against, that is a different standard. They're saying, oh, well, it was just basic and we just didn't choose her. But that is an excuse if she can claim retaliation and support it. If she can support these claims that the seniority held her there.
Anahita, what's her damages?
Yes. She has no damages, okay? If you don't want to be judged by your appearance, then don't take a job as a model or a cheerleader where you know your appearance is going to matter.
But that was just an
appearance
excuse.
is not a protected category, and that's the bottom line. It might not be fair, it might not be nice, but she needs to move on. And if she tries to file a discrimination lawsuit, it's going to be tossed.
Oh, I don't think so. I think, you know, come on now. If she was retaliated against, that's inappropriate. 1.8-pound weight gain is not appropriate to say her appearance was affected. 1.8 pounds.
So the remedy is get her on the next plane to New Orleans and
that's right.
And everybody will be
happy. The remedy is
everybody
tell her just to go home and move on. No hard feelings.
We'll
move on. Move on.
Rebecca, Anahita, both of you, thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
You bet.